Welcome along, everyone, to round 2 of the Reddit Grand Prix Division 2 season. We are here in Budapest, Hungary, at the Hungaroring, and qualifying is about to be underway. .3 kilometers or 2.7 miles make up this circuit. Very high downforce circuit. 2 DRS zones and 14 corners. 6 of them are to the left and 8 of them are to the right. And we've got a really tricky turn here in turn 4, which is a very uphill, blind left-hander, which is going to be catching some drivers out. And we are set to go here any moment for qualifying, an 18-minute short qualifying session for the Division 2 drivers. I am Jack, and with me here in the virtual studio today is Walter Desmond. W, how is it going today?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
Not too bad. I am ready for some racing action here in Hungary.
It's race day. It's race day.
And this is the first race that follows the real F1 calendar. Any race that happens in real life is going to be imaged by us in this league. And this being the first race that we are doing that. Crazy race today in real life, and hopefully we'll get some of that action happening here shortly as the drivers get to come out here in a second.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good race today. It's a really super technical track. This is our second race in Division 2. So last week, if you remember, we had a bit of a bloodbath. There was 7 DNFs. Was that right? 7?
Yeah, 7 or 8 out of 19 drivers, only 11 finishers.
Yeah.
Quite a crazy race that was. Yeah.
That was crazy. Yeah. So hopefully today, I think this is going to be a lot more of a narrow track with a lot more turns and a lot more switchbacks.
Mm-hmm.
I think just just a lot more high speed, like long drawn out corners. I think that's going to be really tricky for the guys to make sure that they make sure they don't lose their rear ends,
Absolutely. This is a very high downforce track. Good on tires, but only if you are good on tires.
Jag, I think I just got a message. I think the screen's frozen on the track guide.
No, it shouldn't be. There's just a big delay as green flag is out and drivers are
good to
on
go.
their way. And I think I saw both the Red Bulls coming out at the same time of Sleek here. And is that rain on the track or is that just some fog? I can't tell at the moment, but they are on the soft tires. Obviously, Hungary being known for its wet weather racing. We're definitely going to keep an eye out on the weather forecast. I don't know if we can get it just quite yet. Yeah,
we'll see if we can get some of the timings and maybe the track map on screen there, and we'll settle ourselves in for a good day of racing.
Yep.
Looks like everybody's on their outlap.
Yeah,
there we go. There's the full track for you.
Yeah, I think it's better if we have the track map on for these races, just so you guys at home get a better idea of where everyone is on the track. I obviously, in the commentary booth here, we have the track map open on another monitor, but it's good information to have, especially in qualifying, as it looks like Snoop Francis is going to be giving his teammate a tow going into the first flying lap of this qualifying session, or maybe it's not the first one, but it is one of the first ones, and his teammate is right behind him, so interesting to see then how much time his teammate is looking to gain being behind the sister Red Bull. And we already have a yellow flag in Sector 3, but that really just looks like everyone is bunching up and trying to get out of each other's way.
Yeah, just going slow, trying to...
Don't want to overheat the tires on the outlap as more yellow flags, but more slowing down nearing the last 2 corners.
So we've still got some of their guys on the outlap. We got some of the guys that are coming around. They're going to be on their fast lap. Looks to be a pretty cold day, huh? Pretty misty.
Yeah.
Not such a good day for the tires. They're going to be struggling for grip. I feel like.
Yeah, it depends really on Owen. It looks like we have an AlphaTauri off there. Could that be the only AlphaTauri? George Russell. And he's had a moment there on the medium tires.
Oh, he spun on the medium.
Yeah, so he has had a moment there. Interesting that he's starting on the medium. Typically, drivers will like to do one lap if they do want to start the race on the softs, and I think they can get into the top 10. They generally do like to start one lap on the softs just to get a base lap in, just in case. And ooh, that was a little close there with Alex Money. They don't want to get much closer than that, that's for sure. But George Russo here about to start his flying lap as well, as Aaron Hill setting the fastest lap so far of 14.1, and that is going to be quite the target for everyone else here to complete. There's more yellow flags, and it looks like, maybe a Williams has had a moment, or he was just letting...
There's a Hassel spun out on the track on the first turn,
and that looks like hands down maybe, but he's kept it going. And more drivers completing their laps, and so far the closest we've had to it looks like hands down is just letting everyone by, but he's going to be good to go here. Looks like Nico Boonigan. And now it's it's Fute in the McLaren who is able to go second fastest, but only 0.8 away from Aaron Hill's time.
That's still a good chunk of time.
Yeah,
that's a second a lap. There's going to be, when the race happens, it's going to be 35 laps, and with the way this qualifying is set up, it's only 18 minutes. We're already six of it through, but basically it's enough to get 3 good qualifying laps. So we'll probably see about 2 more laps from each of the racers out here. It looks like the Hasses. Somebody spun out again. There's another car spun out on the track. Yeah.
Still going, and we do apologize for the audio glitch that seems to be new to this game, where it sounds like the throttle is coming on and off very quickly. Very annoying, that's for sure. But we are just going to have to bear with it for the moment as Aaron Hill comes into the pits. Probably, although I don't think he might have to.
Let's see if we can get on maybe someone's out lap. Let's get a good out lap, and let's watch an onboard cam, Jack. Just kind of show the viewers kind of what these racers are going through.
Absolutely, as Dr. X Code coming up now to the last 2 corners of the track, and we'll maybe go through a lap here of the Hungaro Ring. Honestly, not one of my favorite tracks, although it is enjoyable when you get it right, and for these drivers, they'll want to get it right here in qualifying, as track position is very important, as Dr. X Code rounds the final corner to start his flying lap. The only spot on the track where you come up to 8th gear here on the first straight DRS zone, braking just after the 100-meter board. You want to keep a nice tight angle and get a good exit, as the DRS zone is very quick across the line, and he's going to take the shortest line possible down into turn 2, and he's going to want to hug this gray curb on the left-hand side as tight as possible, but not too tight, and he does a good job. And this corner is almost flat, if not flat, if you get it right. And this is a very tricky turn for blind left-hander, and he's taking it well. Could have gone more to the right-hand side and taken a wider line, but he did a good job to keep it within the track limits as he comes up now to turn 6.
To stay inbound there.
Yeah, very. Especially here, as taking those curbs a little too much can really unsettle the car, and it's very easy to spin if you don't take them right. As now the very aero part of the circuit, and it does look like there is some rain. Maybe looks like he's leaving a bit of a mark in the track as he comes now down into the final sector, turn 12, and then the 2 180-degree corners of 13 and 14. And let's see where this lap puts him. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's raining. Maybe the track was just a little damp. I'm not sure. But he's going to cross the line and go 12th fastest. And so he will need to come back out again if he wants to start within the top 10.
16 fives. Yeah, 16 fives. This is a very, very tricky track. The hard part about it is that there's so many long turns. So many long turns that you have to just carry speed through, and your front tires just get beat up through those whole corners. Both sides get really hot as they're switching the weight back and forth on the car. It's just a really tough track to navigate effectively, and just like one mistake on any of these turns just translates to a whole lap's worth of error, and it slows you down so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And
really excited to see how this is gonna shake out with another lap and a half. Folks are getting out their second laps right now.
Yeah, we are on board currently with Snoop Francis, finishing second place in last week's Grand Prix in Bahrain. Very surprising finish, and very good job indeed to keep that second place. And yeah, as you're saying, Connor looks to be out. I wonder what's happened there. Alpine of Connor looks to be stopped by turn 4. Just on the exit of turn 4. We're going to see him now, I believe.
Yeah, there's a yellow flag there. Somebody.
Yeah, the car has been cleared, but Connor is out of the session. But luckily enough for him, Connor did set a lap time to keep him currently in the top 5, although drivers that are going to be looking to improve their laps will hopefully looking for that top 5.
There's a big gap in between first and fourth there. There's a whole second's worth of gap that he's got, and the whole rest of the field may try to improve on that. That's unlucky that he's going to have to retire for his qualifying, and hopefully he'll be ready to race by the time the race comes around here in about 8 minutes. Yep.
And as we watch that, it looks like Rivas as well has been eliminated somehow. I wonder what's happened to him. He was explaining earlier how he was having brake pedal problems. And I wonder if that's maybe caught him out here in the halfway point almost of the qualifying session. I wonder what's happened to him, but he is going to have to be starting from the back of the grid for this race.
It looks like he didn't even set a time. Unlucky that something happened. He's going to have to hopefully fix his computer issue. Yeah.
So I wonder if maybe he's had an incident on his flying lap. As we look to see Aaron Hill coming into the pits. He did not improve on that last lap, but that's probably not too much of a sweat for him. As we look at another lap here.
Yep. The drivers will have one more good chance probably for another good lap. And at this point, like too, with this, with the way that the track is, like all these guys have been driving, leaving some rubber on the track. It's evolving, and the track will become a little bit stickier. This is the best lap that you could possibly get, as your third lap.
Yeah, absolutely. And the big challenge, especially with the tires on this track, is the fact that the high downforce really on the front wing, that they're probably going to be running 9 to 10 on the front wing. That really helps with the longevity of the tires, because tires aren't going to be sliding as much. However, with the long right-hander there, turn 11 and some of the other corners, it's really asking a lot on that outside tire, and that's where the management has to come in. That's where these drivers need to take care of their tires, especially if they're going for a one-stop in this race, which is entirely possible. They're going to want to make those tires last as long as possible.
Top 10 drivers will of course start on the tires that they set their best time with in this qualifying. The rest of the tires, or the rest of the folks beneath top 10, the rest of the folks beneath top 10, those guys will they'll get the free tire choice. They'll get to pick whatever tire they want, either a soft, a medium, or a hard when the race starts.
Yeah. So Slate comes around the final corner here, and he's in the top 10 now, but this lap is going to bump him up to P7. And that looks like, on my timing screen, a 1:16.1. So decent lap from him, but no one at the moment challenging Aaron Hill, and I'm afraid to say if he starts from pole position today, there is no catching him. This is a very tricky track to overtake on, and we're going to see that here as the drivers finish up some of their last laps here. There may be time actually for one more flying lap for these guys. And I just want to see. Okay, so here's the tire data. Nico has either set his lap. I don't know. I can't tell if he set his lap on the medium. It looks like he has. So Nico and PBJ, yeah, they've set their best times on the medium tire. It looks like. And that is going to be extremely beneficial for them in the race, running the reverse strategy, and that could very much help him in the race. It looks like, he has just improved maybe, or he's just come out on the soft tire, so Nico wants to be further up the grid than that, and so you don't blame him as Fute gets out of the way here in turn. Oh no, we've had a McLaren, Alex Money, the stand-in for today's race, in P11.
Reserve driver, yeah. No.
He's just he's had an incident there. We'll ride on board with the Ferrari maybe, and we'll see what's happened. It doesn't look like you can see him. The car may have been cleared already, but he is out of qualifying after putting in a 11th place lap time, and Dr. X Code will be looking to going to take advantage of that.
Yeah, here comes a couple folks on their out laps on the soft tires. They're going to look to try to improve their times, try to get up there a little bit closer. It's about the last chance you have right at this point.
Let's take a lap on board with Cody Carter, currently in the 10th position. He's going to be looking to improve as well. Obviously, they have 3 sets of tires for the qualifying session, and no fresh sets for the race. So anything that they can save here in qualifying, they can use in the race. Although for Cody at the moment, should he finish where he is at the moment, he will have to start on these tires. So he's going to want to put in a banger lap right here, as we have a yellow flag, and it looks like one of the Red Bulls has had a moment, and we're going to see it here in a second. Francis may have had a moment here. We'll ride on board with his teammate, and yes, it looks like either Snoop has had a moment or he's waiting for people to get out of the way. That looks like what he's doing.
Just doesn't want to block anybody, doesn't want to get a penalty for blocking anybody in qualifying.
It is.
Also, Jack, one thing I just noticed too is if you look at the Mercedes, both of these guys have 3 and 5 laps on their mediums, but it looks like that's all that they're using is just their medium tires. They look to be saving all of their softs for the race, perhaps maybe going for a double stop strategy.
And they have certainly put in good laps with those tires, so yeah, I wonder if they are going for a 2-stop and saving those medium or those soft tires for the race. Absolutely, it's a very good point. As the top 3 at the moment, Aaron Hill a 1:14.1 hasn't improved so far on that lap, and I wonder if he can get a 1:13 in before the end of the session. He's currently in the pits as PBJ lets the McLaren there by. More yellow flags, but it looks like just drivers letting each other by, trying not to get in the way, because obviously impeding in qualifying does result in a penalty, not only in game but also the league rules state that you cannot block in qualifying, of course. As PBJ doing more laps in. I wonder if this is some Mercedes teamwork going on here as they put these laps in, yeah, as you said, on these medium tires. So I would imagine they definitely going for the 2-stop then.
So yeah, running down the list, looks like we got Aaron Hill, we got Fute, then Snoop Francis, Nico Bunkin, Kurtzky. Connor still retired and he's still holding into 6. He's only lost 1 spot. We have Sleek, Dr. X Code, PBJ, and Hunte in the Mercedes. And then we have Cody Carter, Alex Money, George Russell, Phoenix, the Drip Israel, and Secondhand Downs. And that's our rundown so far. We've got about 1:30. We'll see if any of this changes. Looks like the Williams are set for another strong week. They're in 5th and 1st position at this point. Last week they ended up claiming 35 points in the constructor standings. Mercedes took 21. The Red Bulls took 18 and the Alphas 10. Mercedes took 8, Alpine 2, and Ferrari 1. And then the Haas's, Aston Martins, and AlphaTauris didn't score a point. It was a bloodbath last week. There were a few DNFs for
Just
sure.
A few, absolutely. And today is also a very special day for the Williams team, as in real life Formula 1 Hungarian Grand Prix, both Williams finished today inside the top 10. And I'm wondering if maybe Williams today here are looking for a similar result. Kurtzky in 6th at the moment, and Nico has retired from the session, so I imagine he doesn't want to go for another lap. He's happy with his time. He doesn't think he can improve, so he has retired from the session. As we look for the last couple of drivers.
30 seconds or so, yep. Just wind it down, just finish the lap that you're on.
Looks like the next driver on the line is going to be Cody Carter. Oh, and he comes into the pits, so wasn't happy with that lap, and he's coming into the pits as we speak. And the Williams, it looks like, of Aaron Hill is going to cross the line for the last time here in qualifying. Or no, sorry, he has just started his flying lap, it looks like. Just in the nick of time, too, as checkered flag comes out for Sleek, Cody, Dr. X Code, Phoenix, and Secondhand Downs, so they will not get to improve their lap. Let's ride on board here with Aaron Hill and see just what he can do. We know he's quick. Overall, this is a track that we've put a lot of practice into, and we'll see what he can do as he takes that corner in 7th gear. I have not seen that. As come into the second.
riding around there. We are, Jack and I are drivers ourselves. The next upcoming race, our Div 2 race coming at about 2 hours from now. But yeah, we practiced quite a bit this week getting ready for this track in here. And, he seems to be excited, just to see how long he can make his tires last like on this track. I think that's going to be his big advantage this week, is just to stay out a lot longer than most other folks are able to.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like 4 cars are on track. And Hunte in the Mercedes has improved to 4th place on the mediums, the 7-lap old medium, so very impressive from him. Fute crosses the, and Aaron does cross the line for a 1:14.0, but honorable mention, Fute behind him at one point was just under a 1/10 of a second behind, so looks to be like the driver that's really going to be challenging Aaron this session, or this race coming up.
Just finished just under 2/10 off the time. That's gonna be the race to watch today. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And for everybody else, let's see if they can just hang on.
That is very impressive then from the young McLaren driver, going up against Aaron Hill, who has years of experience with the F1 games, and that's going to be a fun battle to watch. And so, Aaron Hill, pole position for the Hungarian Grand Prix, with Fute just behind him in the McLaren. And the 3rd place goes to Snoop Francis in the Red Bull, and that is 9/10 of a second off pole position. So that just shows you how much of the next level these guys are really on. But still some competitive lap times behind. Obviously, Hunte in the Mercedes on the mediums.
He's going to be on 7-lap old mediums when this starts. Then we have Nico Bunkin, Kurtzky, Connor, Sleek, Cody Carter, and Dr. X Code in the top 10.
Yeah, and I love race day indeed. And I'm going to say the medium tires, I think they can go 30 laps if people drive proper, if they can manage the tires. Personally, I think this track is it's definitely hard on tires if you make it hard on tires. I think that if you drive very carefully with smooth steering inputs, the one stop is definitely possible, and it'll be interesting to see what the different strategies are, because obviously Hunte and the Mercedes is running the opposite strategy, but I wonder just how much slower he's going to be on the opening laps with those older medium tires.
Old tires, yeah, he's 7 laps in, so he may be able to get 20 laps effectively out of these tires, and that'll leave him for 15 left, because we got 35 laps total today. So, yeah, some folks are gonna. It's gonna be interesting to see who's gonna try for a 2-stop strategy and who's gonna try for a 1-stop strategy today.
Yep, and my bold prediction for the day would be to see both Williams on the podium. I don't know.
Formation lap, just to warm the tires up. This is just a chance to get ready to warm the tires up. I don't think we got the weather forecast, but it looks like there's a little bit of wet on the track, so you can see some mist or some smoke or something. Looks just like it's just going to be a miserable day of racing. This is a very narrow track, so here we go. We'll see how it all shakes out. I'm very excited.
Yeah, absolutely. This is critical moments here on the formation lap, especially around Hungary. Tire deg, it's not horrible, but it's really the opening couple of laps that you put on fresh tires that really make an impact on their longevity. For drivers like Hunte, it's really going to be about keeping the temperature, as these drivers are going pretty slowly. They want to preserve as much as they can, because the soft tires drop off very, very quickly around here. The C4s are very quick, but they don't last very long as we come now into the second sector.
Yeah, it looks like we might be in for a little bit of wet weather. As we watch these cars come around, I'm just seeing a little bit of spray behind the tires and stuff. Like, it looks like we might, we very well might see some slips and slides. Last race we had 3 safety cars, so this race we'll see what we get.
Yep. Top 10 at the moment as it stands. Aaron Hill on pole position for the second race running this season. Fute, second place. Snoop Francis in the Red Bull, third. Hunte in the Mercedes, fourth. Nico Boonigan, a stand-in for Alfa Romeo, has indeed taken 5th spot, it looks like, on the medium tires. So it'll be very interesting to see how he does. Oh no, sorry, he's on the softs. It's Hunte on the medium tires. Kurtzky in the other Williams, 6th place for him. Connor, who DNF'd in qualifying, made it to 7th nonetheless, yes. And Sleek in the other Red Bull, 8th. Cody Carter and Dr. Mexico would round off the top 10. As we get set here on the formation lap, looks like 2 drivers got disqualified on the formation lap, but that's okay. They will be teleported back to the grid.
Warped back in as a game mechanic, thank you. It looked
wonder-
like the whole rest of the field, the bottom half that finished outside the top 10, looks like they all started on a set of medium tires. So
Yes.
we'll be interested to see if those guys overlap all these folks that are on the soft tires in front in the top 10. See how the pit strategies work.
We get 5 red lights for the second time this season. It's lights out, and away we go. And it looks like Aaron Hill's had a horrible start, or this is just a timing glitch. Yeah, it seems like it's a timing glitch. But for the moment, Hunte up to second place. Oh, and there's big damage in the back, big damage. I wonder who that was. But Aaron Hill keeps the lead. Snoop Francis looks like in third place, and the Mercedes of Hunte just behind, actually, the Williams and the McLaren going around the outside. Oh, and there's a little bit of contact in the back, and I wonder what's happened there, and it looks like everyone is okay. Oh, there's spins. Oh, and there's spins in the back, and it's Kurtzky in the Williams. He's spun. And bad luck then for the Williams as we continue on there. There's still a timing glitch. But
looks like we have a yellow car, virtual safety car, because there's a car stuck on. Looks like George Russell's DNF.
Yeah, VSC.
But then the AlphaTauri.
Yeah, I think that was the big crash that we saw in the back early. So right now, VSC drivers are going to have to maintain, I believe, 40% race speed, or slow down by 40%, I should say.
Yeah, they'll have a timer on their screen that's telling them, and basically the VSC is programmed a gap for these cars to maintain. They'll just kind of spread out. Maybe we won't get a full-on safety car. We'll see how this lap shakes out.
And I'm just looking to see both Red Bulls have dropped all the way back. That's horrible news for them. And what's happened here?
Oh, looks like we're having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, looks like we've got a steam error, but it's okay. We should be able to get back in time for the restart. That's unfortunate.
Bear with us. We'll try to rejoin this game.
Yeah.
Interesting start though for the race. We had another one unavailable. Yep, interesting start for the race. Looks like we got a virtual safety car for us. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Looks like a bunch of the folks, like a bunch of changes of position. We had cars going wide. Ominous start for this race.
Especially for the Red Bull team, not having the start they would have wanted. As we're going to see here if we can get back into this game. I'm not sure why we have been disconnected. I have not seen this before. And Aaron Hill has retired from the session, so he is in the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Hill in the wall.
Aaron Hill in the wall.
What has happened to him, I don't know. I wonder if it's maybe the rain that's caught him out. Maybe not. It looks like the sky has not changed that much. But ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Hill in the wall, and that is going to promote Fute into the lead of this race. I wonder what's happened here, and as we see the predicted strategy, I'm not sure about that. I really do think the one stop with the mediums can happen, and it looks like everyone has well, it looks like the 2 Aston Martins have fallen back, but okay, so I can confirm now the Red Bulls are in fact, they have dropped back. Okay, so we are having a timing glitch. It's actually Hunte.
We're having some issues right now trying to catch up. That's why we synchronize it.
Hunte actually is in the lead right now.
If you check your track map on the right, that'll kind of give you the best order that we've kind of got at the moment. The timing screen should order itself out shortly. Race leader Aaron Hill is out for the race. Looks like that's very unlucky. That's certainly not the second race that he wanted to have for this season. He wanted to get points for this one.
And I wonder, if we look at the McLaren and the Red Bull, Fute and Snoop Francis both have penalties. We're going to see if we can get detail here on the penalties. Drive-through penalties for both of these drivers. That is not what they wanted, especially Fute, who being the championship contender, really, as we've seen for Aaron Hill. This is going to have some big implications then on the championship. If Fute wanted to make an impact, now was his time to do it. And Israel already picking up a 3-second penalty for track limits. But
track limits, yeah.
Wow.
It looks like this drive-through penalty, they're just going to have to drive through the pit lane. They don't have to stop. But so basically, they're going to have to lose all of the track position. They're going to have to try to catch up to the whole rest of the race as they go on. Yeah. That's certainly not. It's probably what happened was under the virtual safety car. They may have not paid attention to their timings and maybe something happened there. Interesting to see. That was probably while we were away.
And in he comes then Fute, a drive-through penalty. And it looks like he is going to be able to. Oh no, he's just come in for a change of tires. So I wonder then how that works. Oh, he does have to stop. So he does probably have what looks like a 10-second stop-go penalty. It says drive-through, but oh no, what's happened there? Maybe another little glitch we've got.
Maybe he took a wing.
Yeah, no. So I'm not sure what happened there, but Snoop Francis also. So I wonder really if it was the Red Bull and the McLaren that made contact, or if it was the McLaren taking Aaron out of the race. That we do not know, and we will get an update for you shortly.
I just spoke with Aaron Hill just now. I'm trying to talk to him right now. He said that there ended up being contact with the Mercedes. It seemed like something happened maybe probably with that disconnect. Maybe it was like a mass disconnect or something, and just got some lag and got some contact with the Mercedes. But maybe we'll find out later on, throughout the week as we find some some of the replays and stuff that we get.
Yeah, and I wonder, that's atrocious luck then, as we get the same visual bug then for the Red Bull. But both of these drivers have made their pit stops, and it's kind of hard to say right now who is in the lead. We're still having this timing glitch. But according to my telemetry on my laptop here, it does indeed look like Hunte is in the lead of the race. He is first out on track, and oh no, actually, sorry, it is Snoop Francis in the lead.
Let's see. Maybe we can get the intervals up on the screen here in the tire detail. Maybe that'll order us out here just for a second and see what we can get here.
Yeah, so we are having a timing bug, and I do apologize for that. There's not too much we can do at the moment. We're just going to have to let it sort itself out. There's a yellow flag in Sector 3, and that looks like a Ferrari of Dr. X code, and he's stopped on track. I wonder what's happened to him. He's facing the wrong way,
his whole wing,
but luckily
is gone.
Right in front of the pit lane. And that is good, well, bad luck, but still good for him as he is able to come into the pits for a fresh set of tires and wing. And
don't get a speeding penalty into the pit lane. The line is pretty short there. It's deceiving when you come in. Red Bull is just coming by now. So yes, once again, apologies. Snoop Francis is leading this race as it stands, unless he is a lap behind, but I don't think he is. Oh, you know what? It's so hard to tell.
It's very hard to tell, and to be honest, I don't know if Hunte could have, or if Snoop Francis could have made a lead that big with that drive-through penalty. So I am starting to think that yes, it is Hunte in the lead with Nico second, Kurtzky third. Very hard to tell, obviously, with this telemetry glitch that we're having. But so Snoop Francis coming around turn 4, or coming out of turn 5 now. And you'll see just the Mercedes of Hunte right behind him. So I do believe Hunte is leading this race. Kind of annoying, this bug that we're getting, but unfortunately,
it's so hard to tell.
Yeah, there's not too much we can do about it. But nonetheless, we continue, and it looks like Alex Money has retired from the session. So I wonder what's happened to him.
First DNF of the session, yeah.
Well, second, Aaron Hill.
Second DNF of the session. Sorry about that. Yeah, second DNF of the session. That's 2. So we've got we've got Snoop Francis, and then who's the second Mercedes? Hunte, or is it PBJ?
Yes.
Ferrari behind the RX code.
So it looks like the Haas is going to be the next one coming up then to the first sector. The car has been cleared, and we are getting some serious timing issues at the moment.
Yellow flag in all sectors.
Well, I wonder if maybe there's a virtual safety car at the moment and we just aren't able to see it. Formation is what I'm getting on the telemetry. We'll see here in a second. Formation lap, so I don't know what's happened. There's something wrong with the game at the moment.
The session here, yeah.
But the drivers are going slow, so I wonder if it is a VSC. The whole track at the moment is yellow, and that does indicate a VSC. And
drivers appear to be going pretty slow. Yeah. Right on board of the downs here in the Haas.
So I believe we should be getting
the yellow safety car dot.
But look at what's happening in the pit lane. As we're watching them, huge action in the pit lane.
Double stack.
Oh no, a new
Martins.
front wing for both Aston Martins.
Both Aston Martins, and they're double stacked too. That's going to be unfortunate because they're going to lose whatever track position here.
That's a lot of time.
Israel and Rivas.
Yeah, that's a lot.
George Russell's also headed in, it looks like.
I'm interesting. Then the number 88 of Rivas is just changing his wing now. And looks like we are missing some cars on the track map. I can assure you they are still very much in the race. There's just a lot of action going on in the pit lane right now. And we will see what's happening at the front. Hunte is behind the safety car. So we can confirm safety car is
full
out.
Safety car. Great.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
So that is most likely for the incident with Alex Money. And they will form up behind the safety car, I'd imagine, for a couple more laps. Let's take a breath then. A lot of action happening. Not just the race, but also the live coverage here. Some issues happening.
Technical issues. Apologies for all of those. Bear with us. We've got two Mercedes, looks like, and then a Ferrari. Then looks like after that, can we tell what car this is behind us?
1 second.
Looks like maybe an Alpine. Looks like the Alpine in the back, and then we have a white car, the Williams, Kurtzky.
So timing screen I don't think has updated for a while now. So I think we've lost intervals, we've lost telemetry then on the timing screen. But it is a Mercedes 1 and 2 as it stands, and the Ferrari then of Dr. Xcode maybe being lapped. We really don't know, and it's very hard to say. But one thing is for certain, Aaron Hill and Alex Money out of this race in the first couple of laps.
Yeah, it's unfortunate week 2 happening. Like, it's just unlucky. I put it. That being said, though, it's still early. We've got a lot of races to go still.
Yes.
Looks like we're riding on board with Aston Martin here as he catches up to the safety car queue. Yep.
And these issues will only improve as time goes on, but for the moment we will just have to cope with it for now, as the final cars are just coming up to the back, and it does look like Snoop Francis is he's right in there at the back. So what happened then to the other Red Bull? Snoop Francis is out, actually. I wonder what's happened there. He's DNF'd under the safety car. So he's back in turn 5 at the moment, or just on the exit of turn 4. We won't be able to see it for a while, as there are no other cars near him at the moment. So that's very surprising, actually. Snoop Francis being one of the favorites for a top 5 finish, really. Very surprising. Very surprising. If you are speaking, we can't hear you.
Yeah, still here. Anything? Still here. Sorry about that. I was trying to work with some of the other folks that are just. We're thinking that maybe we can try to reconnect to this lobby here in just a moment.
So I
should try to get the timing back, but
they should have been
we'll
done.
See,
yeah, under safety car. Maybe that was the better time, but we can. Maybe try to reconnect here.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Sorry about that. Sorry about the bug there, but yeah, these guys are just going to restart from their safety car. We'll get into the race. We'll be able to connect to it, and then we'll be able to tell who's where. It's unfortunate. It's a new game, of course. This is only the 3rd or 4th week the game's been out, right?
Not very long, and obviously there are many problems that happen on the release of a session, but should not be a problem as we reconnect here. Hopefully we haven't missed any of the action. Just bear with us for the moment as we reconnect here, and we are going to hop right back in, and we'll maybe see if the timing screen has fixed itself. And it looks like it very well has.
Hey, there we go. All right.
So George Russell, oh yes, DNF.
We had a couple DNFs as we were gone.
Okay,
and
so
George Russell.
Perfect. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. As all these drivers cross the line for their second lap after the safety car, it looks like the Delta times are going to be coming back, and that is going to be a huge advantage for us as we now understand what's going on. We can finally do our jobs.
Yes.
So lots of action happening. So then, Snoop Francis out of this race. I still don't know what's happened to him, but Hunte is leading, and he's already pulled 2 seconds from the car behind.
Kurtzky, the Williams, yep. Then we have Nico Bunkin in the Alfa Romeo. We have Phoenix in, looks like the Alpine. Then Pute in the McLaren, Connor in another Alpine, and Sleek in the Red Bull. Just trying to pick up, there's your top 7, Cody Carter in the Alpha, Drip Israel in the Aston Martin, PBJ in the Mercedes, second hand downs in the Haas, and then Ferrari's Dr. X Code and Rebus in the Aston Martin. That's our survivors of this week's race so far.
Yeah, and
We're
let's
10 laps in.
Let's take a look then at the tire delta, sorry, the tire information here.
Got a couple guys on hards. It looks like we're riding along this Aston Martin.
Very interesting then. So we have 5 hard runners at the moment. Fute in the McLaren, I believe. Then he's going for all these drivers really will be going for a 1-stop then. If
yeah, now we can see where they are. Hunte still looks to be on his first set of tires that he came out with on qualifying. The old set of mediums. He'll be probably pitting soon.
It's 10 laps then for Hunte on those mediums.
Yeah, and remember he qualified with 7 laps on those too.
Yeah, so I wonder. Oh, and that's a big spin then for Israel. But he's kept it going. Oh, and he's touched the wall. And
hopefully he didn't take any damage.
Yeah,
looks like a yellow flag, but looks like no safety car.
New damage model in this game does in fact involve rear damage and side damage. That was a scary moment then for him, but it looks like he's kept everything okay. Doesn't look like he had any front wing issues.
He's driving on the set of hards. They're probably a very slippery tire. He's probably just very heavy with his gas, which has got a lot of weight. So
yeah, the hard tires.
He's really struggling for grip there, as you can see.
Yeah, hard tires, I believe, are going to be the trickiest ones, although they will 100% last the longevity of the race. Let's take a look up at the front then. Connor, who DNF'd in qualifying, remember, has a train of cars behind him, but he's going to be looking for a move. We have a yellow flag in Sector 1, and that looks like Rebus,
another Aston Martin spun.
The other Aston Martin, and he's going to come right back on the track before the Mercedes.
Same spot.
Yes.
That turn 1 is devastating.
It is.
These guys are coming in so fast, and then they're trying to get on the gas as fast as they can. Ooh. And if you look on the map, right where the number 1 is, there's a DRS zone right there, and they're opening up their DRS. Like, it's possible they're opening that up and just opening the throttle and just spinning out the back tires. Yeah. Just so unlucky. So terribly difficult to control today.
The big balance of turn 1 is trail braking as much as you possibly can without locking up that front right tire, and unfortunately you go too rearward on the brake balance. It's very, very easy to spin, especially with that curb. So maybe that's what's catching these drivers out. But Rebus has kept it on the track, although he is already 2 laps behind. Unfortunately, that spin is going to cost him dearly, as he has to get out of the way of these cars now, and that's only going to ruin his race more. So unfortunate scenes then for Rebus, as then he also has to get out of the way of the Alfa Romeo. And that looks like
they're starting to lap on them. Yeah, so as we look at the leaderboard now, you can see this is the absolute gap from the leader. So we have Rebus 2 laps down, Dr. X Code in the Ferrari, he's a lap down already as well. Hunte this is the Mercedes here, he's leading the race. He's got 12 laps on his medium, plus the 7 from his qualifying, so he's 19 laps in on his tires.
So this is a big change then happening for the race, really, because we had 2 favorites going in after qualifying. Really, it was Aaron Hill who's out of this race, and it was Fute, the only remaining McLaren driver, and he seems to be on an extension really on those hard tires. He's going to be looking to go to the end, but Hunte will absolutely have to make another pit stop. I don't think there's any way for him to. Well, no, he hasn't stopped yet, so.
Yeah, he'll have to pit just to switch compounds for sure. Yeah.
Looks like there's an Aston Martin in the grass again, facing the wrong way.
Trip Israel really struggling for grip.
Yeah, what has happened then to these drivers?
Still on his hards. These hards are just proving to be really difficult for the back end of the pack here today. Yeah, and it looks like we've got a couple folks coming in. Kurtzky's in the Williams.
Yeah,
he's
look at
in
that.
second place. He's on the soft tires. He looks to be trying to gain on Hunte. And then we have Nico Bungen trying to hang on to Kurtzky as well. They're all, this is basically Hunte's running away with it, and they're all trying to catch up to him. Hopefully they'll, about halfway through this race, we'll see if they're able to do it.
Yeah, let's look to the midfield here. Sleek in also the one remaining Red Bull. He is in DRS range then of Phoenix. Renault Alpine power versus Honda power. Not quite good enough on this occasion, but he is going to get DRS.
This is the right turn where the Aston Martins were spinning. They get on the gas right here so fast, and those Aston Martins are just not able to hold the grip down. Just maybe perhaps a team design that they came out with just isn't working today, but it looks like it's working for Sleek as he's just riding behind the pack here with Phoenix ahead of him and Cody Carter in front of him.
And I wonder then...
It's a beautiful day in Hungary for a race.
Ooh, we have another Aston Martin spinning. I wonder what's happened then. It's Rivas, and he's out of the race. Rivas out of the race. I think turn 4 caught him out, and Rivas is out of the race then. So that is the 5th DNF so far of this race, and that's going to trigger a safety car, ladies and gentlemen. We have another safety car here on lap 14 as Rivas. I wonder what's happened to him. He turn 4 obviously
looks
being...
Like we have a safety car today.
Yeah, we'll ride on board with
Another
Dr.
safety car. Safety car's on the track.
Yeah, safety car is on the track, and Dr. Xcode will have to overtake the safety car. And we're just going to see, we're going to ride on board with Dr. Xcode as he's coming up to turn 4 in a minute here. We're going to show you just how tricky this uphill right-hander can be, and when you take it wrong, well, it's devastating, really.
What a lucky break with the safety car. Looks
Sorry?
like a lot of these guys are going to get to pit for free. It looks like Hunte's going for the hards to try to finish off the race on the hards.
Yeah, lots of action in the pit lane. Both Alpines coming in then, I would imagine, for the hard compound tire. Unless they did start on the soft, then they might switch to another set of mediums. Yeah, so it is hard tires for Phoenix, but for Connor, it is the medium compound. So he definitely, I believe he can go to the end, and PBJ has left the session. PBJ being the Mercedes driver, and so that means he's currently, his AI is driving for him, which is it is against the rule if it's done intentionally. So I wonder if maybe he's had a connection issue and needs to happen here. Discord is muted apparently, and sorry about that. We are back.
Hey, Jack.
Issue after issue apparently this race. That's going to be the story so far.
Yeah. There we go. Hey, buddy.
Hello. And I can't tell yet if maybe PBJ is back. And the AI really did not treat the tires too nicely, and so if it was a connection thing, he definitely doesn't want to leave the AI out on the track as long as he can. And it looks like it looked like contact for a second there, right in front of him, but it looks like everything's okay. I didn't know. Maybe I'm just seeing things, but
yeah, they're on the safety car now.
Yeah, they're just weaving around.
A bunch of guys got fresh tires. It looks like they're all on 0 laps. So they came in and pitted under the safety car. Yeah, unsure about the incident that happened. It looks like the Aston Martin Rivas, he crashed out. Got that safety car. Is that right, Jack?
Yeah, he crashed. That's the cause then of the safety car, and it looks like Connor has picked up a drive-through penalty as well.
Sounds like contact under safety car or speeding or something like that. Yeah, unlucky. So he's going to have to lose all this track position to go into pit after the safety car comes in.
Yes, that's really unfortunate for him. He, I believe it was 7th place he started then after DNFing in qualifying. And there's lots of cars in a very short proximity, small proximity, and they're going to be just building temperature, especially for these hard runners. It's going to be very difficult for them to keep temperature, really, especially in the final stages of a safety car restart as they slow down.
Yeah. These the hard tires are very difficult to get back warm again once they lose the heat. It's super hard. It takes a whole nother lap, it seems like, just to get them warmed up. As they drive under safety car, these guys are just screaming. They just want to go so much faster, but they can't because we're under dangerous track conditions, waiting for the stewards to clean it all up. But as the Aston Martin in the back catches up with the pack, the safety car may come in. So these guys, they may head out for green flag racing.
Yes, and so Nico Bunigan, the stand-in for Alfa Romeo for the second race running. I believe
safety car's in.
Safety car is in, so he will be backing the pack up and keeping temperature then in those medium tires as he rounds turn 12, and he's going to be slowing them right down almost to a standstill as the safety car comes into the pit lane. And Let's see what happens then. Yeah.
So we'll watch some of these guys have drive-through penalties. They'll go in and come in and probably serve them now. Oh, a collision in the back. Oh no, it looks like a Haas. Second-hand Young's collided with Phoenix. Oh no.
He has collided, and Nico has gone. So then there's going to be a huge slipstream for Pute down into turn 1, and Nico trying to break that, and late braking from the McLaren, and he just overcooked it a little bit. Oh, and there's contact then with the Mercedes.
Inside Hunte?
Yeah, Mercedes down the inside, taking advantage of that small mistake from Pute, and Sleek and Kurtzky looks like losing positions. I wonder what's happened to Kurtzky. He's getting eaten alive out there by the Alpine drivers, and so he's going to be wanting to make those places back, and hands down, also losing positions, but still running as...
Looks like his wing is damaged, huh? From the collision under the safety car. That's unlucky. Oh, he's understeering so bad. Along with Kurtzky, it looks like Kurtzky. Did he take damage, or is he just struggling, Kurtzky?
I don't know what's happened to Kurtzky. The smallest amount of damage to that front wing in this year's version of the game. Ooh, big jump over the curb there. For
over the curves. Oh,
yeah,
that's for so hard.
That's definitely a way to take damage. And Kurtzky is definitely struggling. I wonder if maybe he's picked up. As I said, even the smallest amount of damage to that front wing has a huge effect on your aero. And
he's missing a piece right there. He's on the side. Yep.
Now it's Connor as well is getting his
big battle.
Ooh, 2 positions he's just lost. I wonder if he's going to come into the pit lane right now. And yes, it looks like he is going to come into the pit lane and serve that penalty.
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate then if he maybe didn't deserve that penalty. We're not sure. But everyone else, for the moment, seems to just have a time penalty for maybe minor collisions.
Yeah, looks like some collisions. Yeah, under safety car. That's really unlucky. Hopefully the stewards will get those all sorted out. Looks like Hunte's still in the lead here up at the front with Nico Bungen. Hunte took the lead on his hard tires. He's just tearing away from this race.
Absolutely, with clear air in front of him and fresh hard tires. He still under some pressure from Nico, but the two of them breaking away from the rest of the field. As we look now to PBJ, who is in close proximity then with Cody Carter, and let's watch him. Ooh, Cody kicks up a little bit of dirt there on the exit of turn 7, and we'll see if he gets DRS then on the straight. It's very difficult to follow, especially in this year's game. Lots of new aero components, and it's going to be compromising them around the corners, especially when they're close to another car in front of them. And looks like Hunte has broken DRS range from Nico. And we'll see then what happens. As you can see behind, there's no one behind. He's already built 1.7.
Just set the fastest lap. Yep, that's the fastest lap. He just set the fastest lap of the race. So if he wins and pulls this out, that's 26 points up for grabs.
The two championship or constructors championships, we're really looking in the favor of Williams and McLaren. But now each of those teams have a driver who will not be finishing this race. As PBJ is trying to follow Cody Carter through the turn 4 and then into turn 5. Let's see what happens with him. He's keeping very close to that Alfa Romeo. And see what happens as Connor then comes in again for a new front wing. So bad luck for him. We have another yellow flag. It looks like the Red Bull of Sleek has had a moment, and he's in the wall. And Sleek.
Oh, he's lost his front wing. Oh,
he's lost the whole front wing. Oh, and big impact in the back as he reverses onto the other side of the track. And excuse me. That's he's a long way from home. Then is Sleek in the Red Bull. And he will most likely lose that position to Kurtzky at the end of this lap. Look at the damage he's sustained there on that Red Bull car. And there is a safety car again, but I wonder what that's for. It doesn't look like we've had any DNFs. I wonder if Sleek being stopped on the track for as long as he was maybe indicative of the safety car. Has more cars coming to the pit lane, and this is going to just hand some of these drivers free pit stop. Look at the tire data open here. And
yeah, that's gonna be, yep, looks like another safety car. Looks like we've got another chance for the pack to kind of group up again. That's not the thing that the Mercedes were wanting. They're both looking to finish the race on these hard tires that they're on.
Yeah, absolutely. But what that is going to do is promote the Mercedes of PBJ into second place. So it's a Mercedes 1-2 as it stands. We've never seen that before, especially in real life. It never happens. Where have we seen this before? As the Haas of second hands down comes out of the pit lane in 9th place. And what's happened there? Oh, and it looks like we are back to timing glitches.
Timing glitches,
yes,
yay!
Our favorite.
Issues on issues.
And, you know what? As we are under safety car at the moment, we are just going to restart or reconnect to the session.
Good call. We'll try it again.
We'll try to avoid this same problem again. It's rather unfortunate then that this has to happen, but we'll do what we can, and we'll join back up here to the session, and we'll see what happens when we rejoin. It's currently a safety car condition, as really we're not too sure what caused it. I have a hunch that it was the Red Bull then stopped on the track, which was enough to cause us.
Yeah, probably still left a bunch of debris.
Yeah, I think
it should come back
now.
now.
Delta should come back over as they cross the start finish line. And there it is. So
we're back. Quick fix. Hey.
Yeah, and I think that was good to know then going forward that reconnecting under safety car, as we seem to have so many of them. And Nico Hoonigan into the pits. Oh, and it's a front wing change, so he's had a moment as well.
During contact under the safety car, that could be a penalty too.
Yeah,
that's unlucky.
It looks good so far. And
the second hand down again. He's pitting again.
He is pitting again.
The Haas.
And so I wonder then if you can't see from this angle, but maybe. No, the pit crew is there, and so I wonder if they've got a new front wing. They do not.
Is he going to take another wing?
No, so he's going straight onto the hard tires. Yeah, that's right. And so he'll be going to the end. Surprising actually that he's going onto the hard tire.
Yeah, maybe he came out on the wrong tires that were old or something, and just couldn't get him right, and his pit crew just unlucky. Yeah. Sometimes that happens to the drivers, but he'll be in the back on the hards and trying to catch up for the rest of the race.
I wonder if maybe he's used both mediums already, and he doesn't think the softs will last 14 laps. As we look to the front, Hunte and PBJ, the two Mercedes 1 and 2 behind the safety car. Then for the first time this season, I think Mercedes both of them leading this race, and both of them on the hard tire.
Yeah, that's gonna be. We had an interesting spread of points, like throughout the start of the season. This is the second race, and the Williams had a lot of points last race. Let's see, let me pull this up real quick.
Yeah, and just as you're doing that,
we had McLaren. Yeah, we had the McLaren. We only had one McLaren driver show for this week, probably a real life obligation. The Red Bull was 3rd place, and they're struggling at 6th and 8th place there. And then the Mercedes are possible to jump to 1st place, so the 1 and 2 finish today.
Yeah, and I've just noticed now, Israel is on 5-lap-old soft tires. Now remember, he has been having some difficulty. I think it was on the hard tires, or maybe it was the mediums that he was had a couple spins. And so he's decided to take a big risk and stay out on the soft tires. And I'm assuming he would like to go to the end then, because if he can keep those tires together for 13 more laps. Yeah.
These tires, the soft tires, they've only lasted maybe 10, 12 laps. I think we've got 13 to go, and he's got 6 on it. I think he's gonna go for two softs.
Yeah, that's it's a bold move for sure.
Let's see how that works for him. Yeah, interesting strategy.
But this could be a big moment though for him if he is able to pull it off. But we'll be looking at that. For the meantime, let's look at the penalties here. So Phoenix picking up 5 seconds. Both these drivers here, Phoenix and Dr. X Code, with the 5-second penalties, we would imagine would be for contact, likely under the safety car, or maybe contact during the race. Not sure. And then the 3 seconds for Israel, Cody Carter, and Nico Boonigan would be for the track limits. There is a bit of a problem with this track, specifically on this new game. So turns 4 and turn 11. Both of these corners, you're able to take a very, very wide exit, and if you run off the track, you are able to rejoin without compromising your lap. And safety car is coming in this lap, so we will watch as the two Mercedes slow down the rest of the pack here.
So like, yeah, when these drivers, they do take a good line, like we assume that, you know, it's just for safety reasons so that they didn't cause an accident, you know, try not to, you know, we expect them to try not to abuse the track, of course, you know. The safety car's coming in, here we go, back to green flag racing.
Hunte is not going to wait any longer than he has to. He is already off, and his teammate right behind him, so we'll be looking then at, there's a yellow flag, but it looks like it's been cleared. So, PBJ coming towards his teammate into turn 1, and late on the brakes, but not late enough.
He's got cold tires, yep.
Yeah, the hard runners are going to have slightly colder tires than anyone who's still on the mediums. But they've already pulled, or PBJ has already pulled a 1 second gap almost to Phoenix. As oh, I wonder if he's picked up some damage. Maybe that's a big understeer out of turn 2. And
he's really struggling for grip now on his hardest.
Ooh, and that's not going to help him as he smashes that entry curve into turn 4. But he holds on.
Yeah, he keeps control, just barely kept control. The chicane too has very large curves that'll just throw you off to the side too. It's brutal.
And that is
anything on the side of those is walls too. So we're lucky that we haven't seen a DNF there. Surprised to see it in other sections of the track, honestly.
And look at the gap that's been formed then between Phoenix and PBJ. 2.8 seconds separate them already. And,
he's got penalties as well too. We can see on the side. It looks like, you know, these will apply at the end of the race. So as long as you're within the gaps of a couple guys, like, you know, we'll have to see how this race ends up being finished.
We do apologize for the yellow flags in Sector 1. There is nothing that I can see on the timing screen that would indicate a yellow flag. But
more connection issues. Yeah,
yeah,
that's okay.
We're getting used to it apparently. As we are on lap 24 out of 35 here, and 4 seconds now separate. Oh, and it looks like there is a McLaren. Fute is out of the race.
Oh, he DNF'd. Oh no.
What's happening?
We get another safety car. We got a full safety car. The safety car's out of the pit. You can see the yellow dot is coming out.
Oh, and that's a big lockup then from Dr. X Code.
Oh, he's smashed.
Oh, and he's given a 5-second penalty to second hands
both
down.
got 5-second penalty. Yeah.
Oh man, that's horrible luck for Dr. X Code, and I wonder then he's obviously going to be appealing that after the race, so I don't think he'll have to worry about that.
Yeah.
If he doesn't pit again, but you can just assume for the time being that that's a 5-second penalty, not 10.
He's a whole lap down too. Yeah, they both get a penalty when contact's made, even if like you just got rear-ended like that.
And it looks like I've tabbed out of the game by accident. Sorry for that.
Oops.
But we are back under safety car again. Safety car is just on the exit of turn 1, so these drivers will, it shouldn't be too long of a safety car this time, as we didn't get very far after the last one. So,
yeah, we'll see if anybody takes a chance now to pit. Like, we'll see if anybody wants to refresh their tires. Then we'll have 12 laps to go. Maybe another safety car. This is what, the third one this race?
Yeah, third or fourth. I've lost count at this point. But and as it was in Bahrain, yeah, we have 11 cars still in the race as
speeding in the pit lane, Nico Bunyan.
Oh my goodness, and Dr. X goes out of the race.
Ferrari DNF'd on the back of the Haas. And he got another bad connection right there. What does he do?
That was atrocious luck then for him. I don't think he was paying attention. He drove right into the back of the Haas, who was slowing down to obey. I don't know if they have their Delta timeout or if they're catching up to the pack, but
I think they were trying to avoid not passing the car that was spun out, the Aston Martin, on the track at the start there. And then that just caused an accordion and he smashed into the back of him.
Very weird.
Everybody that's going to finish today is going to get some points today, it looks like.
It's been another crazy race so far, and another rule we have. No ghosting is allowed. There is no ghosting, at least for this
not
league.
For this game,
Although
we turn it off,
should connection issues happen, I think the game will ghost cars anyway. So that Aston Martin, it looks like, was having maybe a connection issue. But
something.
Yeah, it's difficult to say because it did look, at least from the spectator's perspective, that he was ghosted, and that caught both the Haas and the Ferrari out. And that's probably, I think that's the first incident we've caught on camera. It's very hard to catch some of these because we don't have a replay system as of right now.
Incredible stuff. Like I wish it was better. Like I wish we could see like I wish we just didn't have so many issues today. I'm sorry about all that, but like, yeah, we
not-
tried our best to see what's happening, and we've got again, what, 7 DNFs today again,
Yes.
and yeah, it's a crazy race. Hopefully we can just make it these last like 12 laps without issue.
Yep, and technical or timing issues we cannot exactly resolve ourselves. Apparently reconnecting is the only way to do it. So we do apologize for that. But 10 cars remaining, 10-point finishers here. And just as it was in Bahrain, 7 DNFs, actually 8 DNFs in Bahrain, but 7 so far as we start the 10th last lap, or lap 26 of this Hungarian Grand Prix. No rain, surprisingly. We have not had, apart from the start where it was looking a little bit of overcast maybe.
Yeah, the track was pretty moist in the beginning. The cars were giving off a little spray, it seemed like, but yeah, they decided ultimately for the dries. Yeah, maybe the safety car will come in as we got our top 10 now. We got 2 Mercedes in the front, Hunte and PPJ. We got Phoenix and the Alpine still surviving. We have Cody Carter in the Alfa Romeo, Kursky in the Williams, Sleek in the Red Bull in 6th place, second hand downs in the Haas in 7th. Trip Israel surviving after his multiple spins before in the Aston Martin. He's in 8th. And then we got Nico Bunken in the Alfa Romeo in 9th, and then Connor in, what's he in? He's in the Alpine as well, in 10th place. So everybody's gonna get a championship for a constructor's point and a driver's point today. So, good for them. They've made it thus far. And we got 9 laps to go.
It's also important to note that the stand-in drivers for today's race, I believe,
our reserves. The reserves. They'll get half points for the constructors' championships. So
Nico would be one of them. And I wonder who else is standing here.
Yeah, Alex Money was standing in for McLaren.
He was, and he seems to be. He is out of this race.
Not the sub that McLaren would have wanted. Although their primary driver Fute spun out and crashed. Aaron Hill crashed with the Williams. Yeah,
both McLarens out of the race then. And looks like the safety car did come in, and we are underway for what seems to be either the 3rd or 4th time. I cannot keep track. And but it's the Mercedes. Yeah, Mercedes 1 and 2 as we go into turn 1, and everything looks to be smooth as of right now. And lots of penalties behind, but it looks like everyone's kept their nose clean coming into the end of the first sector here. And Phoenix has lost a position then too. Oh, and he's off the track.
A spin on the turn. Oh, there's a bunch of cars going wide. Hopefully no contact.
And he has spun off or not spun, but he has had a moment there.
He lost a couple spots. Yep, Connor moving up into 9th after the Aston Martin. He's in last now.
And Phoenix picking up another penalty by the looks of it for
quarter cutting. Yep.
And it looks like 2 wide there in the back. Ooh, and the Alfa Romeo.
This is good. They're coming into the chicane right here. Oh no, he's on the curb.
He is in the curb, being very unsettling for these.
Super risky. Look at him trying to hold for curb.
And look at that. Oh, he's just gone wide, and the Alfa Romeo is going to have a look for it. Oh, tight squeeze going into turn 11.
Oh,
and they've
contact.
Oh, they've both kept it on the track, which is very good driving from both of them. Good job from Nico.
Bunken moving up.
Yeah, as he has fresher tires, and it looks like the Alpine of Connor is still struggling then for track position, or for
no, he's falling back. Yeah.
And we look behind as Israel being the final points finisher and final finisher of today's race, at least as it stands. No DRS so far, but Connor is going to have a look at the Haas driver of second hands down, and he's going to go to the outside. Good defensive driving from the Haas, and perfectly placed.
The door shut. Yep, well placed. He gave him room.
Well,
everybody's racing good.
And there's just enough for Connor to squeeze down the outside of turn 2, and he's going to look for it, and it looks like he's got the move done.
Oh, he's trying to pinch him.
I think Connor might be having some connection.
Let's see if we can get the. Jack, you think we could maybe get the interval up?
Yes.
The interval timing up?
Yeah. As we on lap 28 here, and
there we go.
It's a good move from Connor there on second hands down, who fair play to second hands down. That was some amazing. That was very good driving, really.
It was super close.
Yeah, it was close. And so Sleek just in front here is going to be looking for that 6th position, and he really, realistically, he'll be getting that 6th position with the 8-second penalties in front. And Nico also looks like an 8-second penalty. Remember, second hands down, I believe. Going to
collisions there. Got rear-ended a couple times in the safety car. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It was the Ferrari that picked up the penalty for rear end. And Hunte has just set another fastest lap, this time on the hard tires. That's great stuff from him. He is absolutely pulling away from his teammate. 3.7 seconds is the gap now. That's incredible for him. DRS is enabled.
Taking 4th place?
Yeah.
Nico Bungan taking 4th place. He's going to want to try to break a gap on this Williams of 8 seconds or more.
And did that look like a spin? Oh, and it's off the track. That's
Connor. It is a spin?
Oh, who is that? It's the
Williams.
It's the Alpine of Connor.
The Alpine of Connor.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So he's spun around, and I wonder what's happening. He's back on the track.
Yellow.
Oh, and that's
Maybe
bad
no
luck
safety
for
car.
him. No, yeah, hopefully not. As he rejoins the track in 10th place. That's atrocious luck for him then. But as it stands at the moment, so at the front of the field, Mercedes 1 and 2, and Alfa Romeo 3rd and 4th. Nico being the standing driver for this team today, and he'll be picking up, as it stands, 7.5
points. Now on the track.
Yeah, and assuming
catching up for the Mercedes.
We'll absolutely see what happens with penalties after the race. They are looked over afterwards, and so whatever result we get today may not be the final result, but we will have to wait and see. So
yeah, we'll have to see from the stewards and see what happens with all the timing and everything after the race finishes. It's going to be an interesting race for sure, and then there's going to be drama, action-packed drama after this.
Absolutely. And look at what's happening right behind Hunte. Nico is looking for a move then on PBJ. He has DRS, goes down the inside into turn 1, and he takes the position. Oh, as he cooked it, overcooked it too much. No, and he takes that second place away. And
so much more grip.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of grip, and I wonder if maybe he now wants to pull away from PBJ and go for that.
He's trying to break away from everybody to get away from that 8-second penalty that he's got.
8-second penalty, and Phoenix, as we say that, picks up another track limits penalty. So
it's unfortunate. So yeah, as long as anybody stays close to these guys, they're gonna basically move around based on how the penalties are.
Second hand's down. He's had a moment and he's spun, but it looks like he's kept it going. I don't see any big damage for him as Connor then passes him. And we'll look to see as he comes around the chicane of turns 6 and 7. And Cody Carter has retired from the session. What's happened to Cody?
Oh, the Alfa Romeo. He's in the track here.
Oh, he's in the middle of the track. Careful.
It looks like he's halfway.
Oh my
no,
God.
He's DNF'd so hard.
Yeah, he's DNF right in the middle of the final second.
So mangled.
Yeah. Wow, and we'll see if the second hand's down. And it is a safety car again.
Yep.
And
wow, he's driving by. Oh, he lost all of his wing and both of his tires. He must have dumped it in the corner there.
And so it looks like
nine finishers today. Hopefully, 9 finishers left.
We'll hope for 9 of them. If we'll see though, and it's gonna come close to finishing under the safety car.
Yeah, what do you think? Like, we'll get like 2-3 more laps worth of racing. We'll probably see the safety car in, and probably another lap after this. 32.
Yeah, we're not gonna get too much. So stick around, ladies and gentlemen, for the restart because this is gonna be probably the last one. And amazing drive. We really have to hand it to Hunte, who's kept his head down and taken advantage of every opportunity that's come his way.
Yeah, for sure. This is going to be really unfortunate for all those guys that had penalties, like Nico Bungan. He was trying to climb up into the points and trying to run away with his 8-second penalty. Now all these guys are going to be able to catch up to him again. So all these timings and stuff, it's going to be crazy as to how it shakes out here with the last couple laps to go.
Absolutely, and so with Cody Carter out of the race, that's a disappointing result for him. He running in 4th place then for quite a while. Really, it's that turn 11. It's super tricky. It's super high-speed corner. You need to.
This is the one that came around, yep.
Yeah, and like the liftoff that these guys do. I'm sure early on in the race they're braking for turn 11, but near the end, as the car gets lighter with the less fuel that they have, it's really more of a lift into turn 11. And
yeah, especially as the tires wear, they're not as grippy for sure. Yeah,
very easy to lose control out of turn 11 as we do lap 32, it looks like.
Somebody's lost some track position. Looks like Phoenix is pitting.
Oh, they are pitting too, and I wonder, this might ruin his race if he has to hold on to that 10-second penalty, because
I think these guys are going to go for the back, and they're going to try to go to soft tires and try to catch up at the end with. Yeah, maybe fastest lap, or just try to finish above everybody on the track. But they both got caught pit lane and track limits.
And unfortunately,
served his speeding, but still 11 seconds.
Both of them, I think, served a 5-second penalty. And really, the challenge for these guys is that if the game gives you a time penalty, there's one of two options. You can finish with that time penalty, and it'll be added on to your entire race time. In which case, the result can be changed afterwards by the officials here of this league, and lots of action can happen afterwards. But if you take that penalty, if you pit while you have a 5-second penalty, you end up serving it, and there's nothing that they can do afterwards.
Like accidents that happen, like we have so in these leagues, like we have a ticketing system, like so like if you got rear-ended, it issues both of you a penalty, and you shouldn't get a penalty for getting rear-ended, like stuff like that. And yeah, so it's interesting how that all shakes out. But like basically the ones that you serve, you can't really do it because the game accounts for that already, and it's just you have to deal with it, unfortunately. But that being said, like if you can maybe make the best of it on the track position, like these guys, they've got some soft tires now. Maybe they'll try to get up into 5th, 6th position or so, and try to get a couple extra points, and then hopefully they finish under green flag racing.
Absolutely. And safety car in this lap, so we'll see how Hunte handles this safety car restart. I believe this is his 2nd or 3rd leading.
4th or 5th, it seems like.
And he is going straight to overtake. I wonder if then he's going to...
He loves taking these safety cars super fast.
Yeah.
He goes right for the line and just tries to break for the gap.
And I wonder then if... Lucky he didn't pick up a penalty then for overtaking the safety car, because that was very, very close indeed.
Yeah,
but and look behind then to the other Mercedes. PBJ almost ran into the back of Nico, but it looks like for the time being everyone is continuing on. And let's look in the back here as Israel and the Red Bull of Sleek having a little battle there.
Oh, look at the wide in the back on the left there.
Yeah. We only have 9 cars left in this race, and up to turn 4 they go. It looks like everyone has made it.
Oh, second hand down, taking 7th
Ooh,
position.
and there's a little tap. Yeah, a little action there.
Little contact here on the Alpha?
Yeah.
On the Aston Martin, sorry?
Yeah, the Aston Martin. Oh, there's a Red Bull spins round.
Oh, Red Bull
both
spins.
of them, and he's out of the race.
Oh,
no.
DNF'd. Oh, no.
Second hand down, and there's Alpine of Connor as well, who has had a moment. But he's kept
he came
it
into
going.
The track and he's lost his wing. We're going to get another safety car.
And that's a 5-second penalty for Sleek, who's also looks like he's lost. Oh, no, he still has his wing.
Collision.
But I wonder then what happens if we are going to have another safety car.
But it's going to get cleared off the track. You can see the dot on the track there. Oh,
yeah.
No.
So for the moment, 8 people will finish this race.
8 people to finish.
We knew it was going to be a good race coming in, but we didn't know just how crazy it was going to be. And it looks like for the time being, safety car has not come out, so they are able to clear the Haas off the track in time as we start the final lap here shortly. Oh, sorry, we're still on the second final lap. And
second final lap, almost done. Yep, got 2 more laps, just this one and the next one.
Just look at that.
Finish up the race. Looks like a couple cars are pitting. Looks like Phoenix and the Alpine's pitting to get a new wing.
Yeah, new wing. So he's definitely made contact. And there's a Red Bull going slowly. And it's Sleek.
Oh
no,
Sleek.
What's happened? Sorry, it's the Williams of Kurtzky.
Kurtzky's
and I
Looks
wonder what's happening.
Looks like he's
there.
okay.
Yeah, he does look okay. And he's going to be continuing on as Nico is almost within DRS range. And this is going to be really his final chance at the win. Obviously, he won't be winning with that 8-second penalty unless something miraculous happens here in the final stages of this race as...
Last lap here.
We're just coming right before the final turn is where the DRS detection zone is, and so we will see 9 tenths, 9.8, and it does look like he's going to have DRS for one.
There's the white line.
Yeah, for one last time. And back wing. Oh, maybe it hasn't. Maybe he doesn't have it. Oh, DRS just got enabled this lap, so he will.
Just this lap.
Oh, but he's not close enough then for turn 1.
He'll have it for just this one spin.
No, he won't even. He's too far back. Yes, so that looks like Hunte is going to walk away then with this lead. And
PPJ can hang on to Nico Bungan, then he'll get 3rd place because of the penalty.
Look at this battle going on behind.
Oh, Kurtzky's taking 4th.
Oh, and that's a corner cut then for Drip Israel.
That's 6 seconds worth of penalties for him. He's got as long as Connor stays in and close to him.
Yes,
he'll do it.
We look on then to
the
second sector as Hunte and Nico
Looks like the
Nico
Mercedes, yep.
Another penalty. That's 11. He has to be very careful now because too many penalties will result in a black flag. At least the previous games. I have never seen it so far in F1 2021, but Nico picking up three penalties. Three penalties.
Yeah.
One was a collision, I believe, at 8 seconds at one point.
Yeah, he had 5 and then 3 and then another 3 after, so 5 per collision and then 2 for cutting the track. Unlucky for him. That means that the guys that are closer stand a good chance of taking his points away there.
And for the first time in the Division 2 Reddit Grand Prix, Hunte takes the checkered flag and wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. Nico
Let's see how the order shakes out here. Yep, we got PBJ in second after the penalties. Nico Bungan in third. Kurski on track is coming around to the finish.
He's going to take 4th place, and behind him, Israel fights over the line. Ooh, and Israel
took the spot, yep.
Yeah, Israel did cross the line, but obviously had some of those penalties, and Sleek picking up another 5-second penalty for not serving it.
I see. Oh, he did. He had an unserved drive-through, it sounds like.
Maybe either that, or it's just been added on to his time, and Sleek being the final driver to finish this race. Last place, but not last.
Phoenix, yep, here comes in the Alpine. And everybody's going to get a couple points here today. That's what they're looking for.
Yes, and that, wow, deep breath, everyone, because that is the end then of this race. We'll see if we can maybe get some drivers here for the interviews. We'll see.
See who we can talk to real quick. That being said, driver of the day. Hunte, I'll be right back. I'll see if I'll go talk to him.
Yeah.
Let's go talk to him.
All right. Well, we'll try to get Hunte in here as the podium celebrations go on. And Nico Boonigan, for the first time, I believe, in this first season of Reddit Grand Prix Division 2, takes the podium finish. And now, unfortunately for him, only half points go to Alfa Romeo as he is a reserve driver. But that's okay because big points then for Alfa Romeo as we look at the finishing order. Hunte and PBJ, Mercedes 1 and 2 for the first time this season, and maybe not even the last time. We will see. We'll have to see. Nico Boonigan, the stand-in driver for Alfa Romeo, taking 3rd place. Kurski in the Williams 4th place, and a good drive from him. Connor in the Alpine takes 5th place. Israel in the Aston Martin is 6th place, and Sleek in the Red Bull 7th. And the final 3, Phoenix in the Alpine, second hands down in the Haas. He is actually going to take those points, and same with Cody Carter. He is going to be able to take those points, even though they didn't finish the race. And then the final 7 drivers, Fute, Dr. X Code, Revis, Snoop Francis, Alex Money, Aaron Hill, the championship leader out of the race early on, and George Russell rounding off the final 17. And
so just Jack, I just got back with Hunte and PBJ. Welcome, PBJ, Hunte.
Well, Mercedes.
We got
what's up?
We got welcome. Congratulations on your 1-2 finish here today. So I have a couple questions here for you. We noticed that while you guys were qualifying, that you guys were both on your medium tires. How what was the play with that? Like, what was the thought?
We were really just trying to run longer. Saw everybody else in the softs, just run longer, get that early track position, because overtaking on this track is really hard.
Yeah, we do the softs, like, just, after 3 or 4 laps on the softs, they just light up and they're so hard to control. And I just figured, okay, start on the mediums, do 1 stop for the hards, hopefully, and it worked out pretty good.
Got saved by a safety car.
Yeah,
by a couple safety cars.
Yeah. Congratulations on the 1-2. How do you think? How's that going to set you up as far as the rest of the season goes?
It's really good. Yeah, that's awesome points. I don't know if that puts us in 1st place for constructors. I haven't done the math, but if not, at least puts us 2nd. So it's really good.
Just hoping for good things, man. Just trying to get personally, I'm just trying to get more and more time on this game, and the more time I get, the faster it seems to go. So we're working out really, really good. Crazy race though, man. Absolutely crazy race. So it's exciting though.
Yeah. Well, thanks again. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Go bask in your win. Thanks again. Good race. Congratulations, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah. So we're here with we got Nico Bungan as well. So Nico, tell us about your race. How did that go?
Not too bad. Yeah, I wasn't really expecting much. Not a lot of race practice going on, but did my best in quali. Messed up my last run, so I think I started fifth, and I just kind of played. I kind of played it safe. I knew after watching today's race, I knew lots can go happen. Lots wrong can can happen. So
Yeah,
I don't
definitely.
know how many safety cars happened, but yeah, it just kept on changing the strategy, and eventually I got to the point where I was the only one on soft, so I was able to just storm through the field.
We saw
And
that
yeah,
for sure. Good storm in there. How did that last stretch go on the tires? Was the track wet to start out with, and then did it dry off at the end?
to be fair, like I thought it was wet, like I was not getting grip, but I think it was just cloudy where like the track wasn't rubbered in. But yeah, near the end it was fully sunny, and the track was getting better, and then especially with the softs, it felt great cutting through the field. But yeah, I think I ran out of time, and Hunte did have a lot of how to pace on the hard, so couldn't catch up.
Yeah, good finish. Good finish. Well, thanks again for racing. Thanks again for standing in again as a reserve driver. Well done.
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
much appreciated. Yeah, good luck. Good luck the rest of the season.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Thank you for your time. And so that's going to conclude then race 2, round 2 of the Reddit Grand Prix Division 2 season.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone
Uh,
for watching.
Yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned. We got another race coming about 35
yeah,
minutes.
35
I think this
minutes.
one's gonna go a little bit more smoothly. Hopefully we don't have as many issues with man, the broadcast. That's so unfortunate, but we were lucky to watch what we did get to watch, and
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm nervous again for the division race, the Division 1 race after this. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
And so once again, thank you everyone for watching. My name's Jack, and with me in the virtual studio is Walter Desmond, or W. We're going to take a break here and get ourselves ready for the Division 1 race, which will be happening in 34 minutes time. So thanks again, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.